Have you ever noticed something interesting about strong people? When they are struggling, they rarely ask for help, not because they don't need help, but because somewhere along the way they learned something very powerful and something very dangerous. They believe they must handle everything alone. Hi, this is Dr. Helen, and today I want to talk about something many strong and responsible people experience. They stop asking for help. In almost every family, in every group of friends, in almost every workplace, there is someone who becomes the strong one, the reliable one, the one who solves problems, the one who keeps things together when others feel overwhelmed, right? At first, this role feels natural. Maybe you are organized, maybe you are emotionally stable, maybe you simply care about people and want to help. So you step in. And over time, people begin to rely on you. But something else slowly develops at the same time. You become the person who helps others, not the person who asks for help. Let me tell you about someone I personally know. I will call her Jane. Jane is one of the most responsible people I know. She never complains. She handles things herself. She is the kind of person who always says, "I can help you with this." Or she said, "Don't worry, I will take care of it." So a few years ago, Jane had to move to another place. Moving is stressful for everyone, right? There are boxes, furniture, heavy things to carry. Most people will call a few friends, or maybe hire movers, or at least ask someone to help with heavy boxes, right? But Jane decided she would do everything by herself. She packed all her belongings alone. She lifted heavy boxes. She carried them around her apartment again and again. And one day, her back simply gave out. The pain was so bad that she could barely move. She ended up needing almost a year of therapy for her back. And for a couple of months, she even could not drive a car. And when we talk about it later, the obvious question appeared. Why did not she just ask a few people for help? Why? And her answer was simple. Jane said, "I did not want to bother anyone." Just think about that. She did not want to bother anyone for a few hours of help, but the result was a year of recovery. I also saw something similar happen with my neighbor once. He was a very capable man, one of those people who fixes everything himself. One weekend, he decided to clean and cut branches from a tall tree in his backyard. Now, cutting branches from a tall tree is not a simple job. It's actually dangerous, right? Most people would ask someone to help hold the ladder or ask a friend to assist. But he decided to do it alone. He climbed the ladder with a saw and started cutting branches. And at one moment, he lost balance. He fell. He broke his arm. And suddenly, something that could have a small task with help became a serious injury. Again, the same pattern, not asking for help, handling everything alone until something goes wrong. This example may sound extreme, but the pattern behind them is actually very common. Strong people develop a habit of self-reliance. When something goes wrong, their first thought is not who can help me. Their first thought is I will handle it. At first, this habit is useful. It builds confidence. It makes people capable. But over time, it can become automatic, even when help would make life easier, even when help would be safer. Strong people still choose to do everything themselves. There is also a deeper reason. Many strong people believe something like this: other people already have their own problems, or I should not bother them, or it is easier if I just do it myself. So they stop asking. Not because people would not help, but because they feel they should not ask. And after many years of living this way, the habit becomes part of their identity. They become the person who manages everything. But there is a hidden cost. When someone always supports others and rarely asks for support themselves, they can slowly begin to feel alone. Not physically alone, but alone in responsibilities. Even if they have friends, even if they have family, even if they are surrounded by people, because their role in the group never changes. They are the strong one. They are the reliable one. They are the one people depend on. But who depends on someone else? Very, very rarely them. So let me ask you something. If you are someone who usually handles things alone, when was the last time you asked someone for help? Not because you absolutely had to, but simply because you did not have to do everything yourself. And another question: do people actually know when you need help? Or have you become so good in managing things that everyone assumes that you are always fine? Strength is beautiful quality. Responsible people keep families stable. They help others survive difficult moments. They make life easier for many people around them. But but even the strongest person is still human. They still have limits. And sometimes the strongest thing a person can do is simply say, I could use some help. So I'm curious, are you the person who usually helps others but rarely asks for help yourself? Or do you believe strong people should always handle things on their own? Tell me honestly in the comments, because I think many strong people recognized this pattern in their lives. And if you are someone who carries responsibility quietly, this channel is for people like you. This was Dr. Helen, and until next time, please stay safe, healthy, and happy. Bye now.